I got a lot of the DEI stuff from LA because I think it's the stuff that's happened in LA sucks. But the one good thing that's coming from this is the spotlight on what happens when you go all in with Democrat leadership and DEI.
Yep.
Let firefighter. Did you see the video that firefighter lady, ma'am, whatever is going on there? Is the black chick?
Yeah.
She's like, if your she blames the victim. She's like, if your husband needs to be picked up and carried out of a fire, that's his fault.
Why did he put himself in that position in the first place?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a I don't know if Flash is the one that shared it, but there was like some mom who said she had like a son that was disabled or something, and they couldn't like save him, and he like literally burned alive, like died in those fires because they couldn't carry him out. I'm like 90% sure. Like, go Google it. I'm pretty sure that's a real story. I saw it on Twitter, so I don't know, but yeah, I was just reading that a little bit.
Did you see that?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if the media is trying to downplay the deaths and.
Oh, they are. Look at this. So if you just look up DEI firefighter, you need to do it on the Google browser. I can't guarantee it'll be the same on any other browser. Like, look at this. Like every headline on here is like, MAGA is blaming DEI for the California wildfires. Why right-wing influencers are blaming the California wildfires?
No, it's
on
not the
diversity
fires.
efforts.
No. See, that right there is already the gaslighting. Nobody is blaming the fires on DEI so much as they're blaming the lack of response on DEI. That's the issue.
But also
there is the other issue prior to that, but
correct, the duty of care prior to
that is a problem too. But
in regards to trimming the forests and actually.
I'm just saying every headline is trying to like damage control because everybody's talking about these firefighters and how they're DEI and how they want to have like all these women and shit. Like it's a joke.
This is like Chernobyl. This is
If you can't sprint for a certain kind of like a certain distance without going out of breath with heavy shit on, you have no business being a firefighter.
Isn't that lady that went viral though? She was getting paid like almost $400,000 a year. Something insane.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like it was an insane amount of money.
Insane, dude. Insane. And then the
one
chick
of them
that
was
looks
like
like
I
Val
think
Kilmer.
$250,000.
Yeah, the police chief that looks like Val Kilmer. She's getting paid like 600 plus, which is insane to me. To basically do nothing.
Hear about the fire trucks? The fire trucks that are coming in to assist them. No.
Yeah, I looked into that's got spun.
Okay.
I got a community note on
all right
on X.
I didn't see that. But yeah, it's still like we have the same issue here in regards to they won't let us backburn the forests a bit.
Oh, people are saying 750,000. What?
The Val Kilmer lady, right?
Yeah, the one that makes the most makes like 3 times as much as the president.
Oh, it's the lady in charge of water that's getting that. Yeah,
that's insane.
Her one job, and there's fire hydrants with no water pressure and shit. It's insane, dude. Like why are the hydrants not working? What a joke.
And I gotta say, I saw a video today. Now this, it just seemed very strange to me. It was Kamala Harris's house burning, and it didn't seem that there was anything burning around it. I'm just throwing that out there. Did you see that?
I don't know.
Let me.
I just feel bad for Chris Gore and is Verbal Riot okay? Because I actually don't know.
I hit him up in the chat. He was responding in the chat. I'd love to get him on here.
I didn't see that.
I don't know if he did recently because I said I hope he can make it.
I haven't heard from him in like a day or two at least.
I hope
he was just in the chat responding.
Chris, I just saw this morning in the chat, so I know he's okay for now. But,
okay, I just got to share this really quickly. I know this is going full conspiracy, tinfoil hat
Anna's
kind
coming.
of shit.
Yeah, how close is she to that shit?
So this is apparently Kamala Harris's house, right?
It's burned down and it never gets.
It just seems strange that the house is burning and like these trees here and everything, and like it doesn't. I don't know.
None of us are taking.
Just seems strange to me. That's all.
There's a smoke coming, literally, not that far from the balcony, dude. And over in that corner.
What it is to lose your home because people aren't.
Yeah, there's a whole.
You just can't see it because it's down in the woods.
Yeah, okay.
There's a giant structure there.
I just like it. Let me wear my tinfoil hat.
Yeah, there's the current fire. This shit is
Yeah,
wild,
James
man. What a
Woods one
joke.
too. Yeah.
This really shows you, like, California, like, the wildest shit is that, did you see those ramps that they have going down where all that fresh water goes right into the ocean for some dumb fish? So
No, I heard
all these
about that.
water
I did hear
problems,
about that.
yeah, all these water problems are because they don't have any water and they just dump it all in the ocean. For
If you
some
want a really
stupid
good like
fish.
summarization of this, did you guys see Razorfist's video on this? His rant.
No.
He made like a 10-minute video about this, and he like has clips from like Trump talking to Joe Rogan, like, you know, before the election, obviously, but like right around that time. And Trump is basically saying, like, you know, California has no water, they have no way to stop fires.
I did see a
and then it's
clip of
almost
that,
like
yeah.
prophetic. Yeah,
Yep.
it's insane. Like everything that like he was Razorfist was showing was like it ended up like coming true.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, what Trump said.
Well, this shit was inevitable, but this is what I
Nuts.
was saying before was like the response is the problem, because either way, whether this fire was inevitable or some other fire was inevitable, it's inevitable, right? Because California is known for these wildfires because they just have them because of the climate. And I don't mean climate change. I mean just because it's a warm climate, dry climate, shit like that. It happens. But that being said, to me, the response is the bigger problem. But yeah, if you want to go to the other side of this was just a ticking time bomb. And that's why I'm comparing it to Chernobyl, right? Because what that was a systematic breakdown of a bunch of bad choices and decisions made all throughout the entire thing.
Yeah,
including the response that led up to it. And that's basically what we have here.
Yep.
You know, and the left loves to make their analogies to disasters, right? So this is actually one that's on par. And that's where I'm curious what the death toll is going to be. The loss is going to be just, don't even get me started on that. And the guys were having a great conversation the other day on Midnight's Edge in the Morning that I happened to miss out on because I was having an appointment, but I wish I could have got in on it because they were 100% right. Like the rebuild is going to be the bigger problem. Even though Newsom is trying to get some money to do this, the way to get the permits and shit and the problems that these people are going to run into, this is going to be a nightmare for a lot of people in the next few years. And I feel the worst for people who don't have, you know, 2 or 3 homes as a backup somewhere in Connecticut and Ohio and all these other places in Georgia and stuff where actors do, who are just barely, you know, staying afloat. And this is their family home, you know, for a couple generations. And like there are people who are losing their entire livelihoods. As somebody who's had a house fire before and lost everything, I feel for these people a lot because I know what they're facing right now. And especially if you don't have any backups, it is the scariest shit you can ever face.
So this happens, right? Everything kind of burns. We know probably it's going to take them years to fix it all. And then I saw too that like it doesn't matter as much, obviously, but like the whole Hollywood thing is getting destroyed too. Like there were like movie premieres that got canceled, obviously, and
all
stuff.
kinds of shit. Yeah.
So like we probably
they even delayed the
Lakers
Clippers game.
There's a lot of rumbling about. Well, there was already talk of a lot of Hollywood shit shifting to Vegas and Georgia and other places already as it was. So it'll be interesting to see what happens after this.
Vegas, that'd be interesting. That'd be really interesting.
There's a big studio that just got built there or something like that.
Didn't Mark Wahlberg build that?
There's another one that one of the studios built. I think it was Warner Brothers.
I love Vegas, dude. That's like one of the only places I went to in America so far that I'm like, yeah, I would go back 100%. Like I love that place. It's
gamble.
So seedy. It's so loud. I understand that, whatever. But like, dude, I had so much fun there. I love Vegas. Just
I don't gamble, so do I do there?
I went to like a concert and shit, and like, you know, I
don't gamble. I don't hookers.
I've been wanting to get out there because in the next few years, this is what I'm saying, it's going to become an entertainment mecca in the next few years. Between the football they're bringing in, you're going to see a lot more productions being
football
done
games
there.
here, though.
And I'm just saying it's going to become a bit more. And they're talking about, you know, they were for years talking about that bullet train from Vegas to LA, but like it's starting to look and sound like if the way things are going to pan out, you know, a lot of people are going to start moving that way. I mean, we'll have to see how this goes, but
I don't gamble. I don't, you know, I'm not out there trying to hook up with hookers.
No, that's not what it's all about. That's what I'm saying.
I don't go clubbing. I don't even really like to drink that hard.
Well, that's why Vegas is trying to bring more to their culture than just that, right? That's why they're bringing the football in. That's why they're, you know, trying to get studios aggressively to start shooting movies more there and other stuff like that and do more shows and other things like that.
I just don't get like so the football's like most people have football in their own state.
I get it. I'm just saying, like, that's just an
But I
appealing
want to go watch
thing.
the Raiders. Are they even any good?
For you, it may not benefit, right? Like, I'm just saying, like, but for some people, it might be what they're looking for. It might be like I wanted to go out there earlier on just because I knew it was closer to California, but it wasn't California. And in case I could actually get in on interviews and other things like that early on in the days, that was kind of my goal.
Oh, Formula One Vegas. Isn't that? Don't they actually race on the Strip?
Yeah, there's racing and shit.
Okay,
There's
now
that's what I'm
that
saying.
would interest me. I saw somebody say that in the chat. I would do that.
They're trying to change
I'm
their
also
image
getting
from just
roasted.
being about
Being called
gambling
a
and
prude.
hookers.
It's just the biggest
I'll
thing
come
in
out
Vegas
there
is
again, Flash, and we'll go.
the biggest
we'll go
thing
Vegas.
in Vegas is gambling. I don't
You can
gamble. I've always
you
seen
can
it as a
gamble
waste of money.
you can
I
gamble
never win.
vicariously through me.
How am I
and
supposed to
here's-
get addicted to gambling when I never
it
win?
used to be. I mean, and the other problem with that is that you know the Native Americans have taken over a lot of that market all over the place. So it's not like Vegas is like the only place you can go to anymore to do that, right? So again, like they know they have to change things up, and that's what they've been doing the last decade or so. So I'm not trying to sell you on Vegas or anything, man, but I'm just saying like they're trying
The Formula
change
One
it
thing,
up.
I would be interested in to see them race, but they do that here too. They do that in
Yeah.
Belle Isle. They shut it all down and race over there. I've been to 2 of them. They're awesome.
I
Yeah,
don't
just
know.
race on the
as
regular
As
roads.
a Canadian, I enjoyed Vegas a lot just to visit it personally. So I would definitely go back if I had like.
I'm with you on that, and
go back.
I totally loved it there. So
Yeah, it's.
I
Fun.
really want to go. I do want to go to that Star Trek convention.
had the best food I ever ate in my life there.
Dude,
What's
the
the name
guy
of that
Star
Fury
Trek
Trek
restaurant there is
convention
so
was a
good.
joke, dude.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's mostly sad and pathetic. If there's cool people there, then fine. But like, I don't know how it's been since they moved it, so I can't speak to it anymore. But when it
Yeah,
was
don't
at the
people
Rio,
bring,
it
like-
was,
Don't like merchants bring like cool, like rare
there was some
um,
stuff there, but like
stuff you can buy possibly, or
yeah, it just depends. I mean, again, I haven't been to them since they moved it, so even then it was cool, but it was like it's just lame now because of all the modern Star Trek crap is what I was getting at. But yeah.
really? Like, why would anybody go there for that?
Well, that's what all most of the functions are and stuff anymore. Like it's all as far as the stuff that's licensed promoted.
Mr. Bentham's never been to Vegas. You should go, man. It's fun. I like it.
It's the only place I've been, really.
Yeah, it's a nice place. Dallas for me was too big.
Vegas
but
will be in
Vegas
my
was nice.
next. Vegas will be in my next trip to America, I reckon.
Yeah, it's just cool.
If
Like,
and
you
when I do that.
You're like in your hotel room and it's so quiet because you're obviously like high up. And then as soon as you get in that elevator and you go down and the doors open, it's just like noise. But
Yeah.
like in a good way, you know what I mean? Like it's really chaotic. And you just kind of go places. There's like tons of shit happening everywhere, you know? And lots to see and do. And what I love is like as someone who like, you know, doesn't really like the heat, I love how everything is open and there's just constant air conditioning going through everything.
Mhm.
So you're just constantly walking through AC places constantly. So you're not dying ever. It's nice. I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
I'd really like
So-
to go back to Nashville. Nashville is great. Oh man, Nashville's fun. Like they have like Broadway. It's a street. It's Broadway Street, but they have all these bars, and every single one of them has like a live band. It's literally just like a street that's closed off, so it's like it looks like a
Market
Mardi.
type
It's a
thing.
country music Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I would like to go to Mardi Gras itself. Actually, that's something I've always wanted to do too. Let's go to Mardi Gras.
Man, one thing I want to go to one day is Wacken.
Back in the
It's like
day.
a big metal festival. It's in Europe though. One day. One day.
Maybe Mardi Gras back in the day, but like Mardi Gras now, really? You'd really
Ryan
wanna go to-
Vogel. I've been to Austin, and Austin's cool too, but Nashville was better. Nashville was better than Austin,
Hey, I got a question in regards to this. I
in
know
my
we've gone off-
opinion.
I know we've gone off the fires, but you just bring it back to this for a second. I'm curious. What did the people in like Florida get from the hurricanes? Like, what recovery money and stuff like that did they receive? Good shit. They didn't really, did they? From what I heard,
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I think
No, the
there's
last few disasters have been disasters.
but like
Oh,
as
they're saying
the
like
money-
$750.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
you
say,
had
I
to
think
pay
that
it
was the
back.
one where it was like 750 or something like that.
And you got to pay it back. What?
Yeah, you had to pay him
That's
back,
all
I
these
believe.
people are getting $750 isn't even enough to get.
That
one
was
person
crazy
for a
too, because
week.
remember that FEMA was like, "Don't help the white people," and if they got a Trump sign, don't help them and shit. That was insane,
Nuts.
dude. We're here, but we're only here to help the minority families. Sorry, guy drowning.
Hell yeah,
and
brother.
dying.
Watermelon.
Yeah, and it was right after they just spent a
Well, that's
bunch
not
of
very
money.
good.
They sent a bunch of money to Ukraine
Ooh.
too.
Well, that's the other thing too. Is like you would actually be able to support and help a lot of your own citizens right now if you
Ooh.
hadn't have sent so much money away.
Oh, believe you me, we know this.
It's not good at
We
all.
bet you. But